Good morning. Good morning, good morning, good morning. There we go.
Howdy, howdy.
Get my mic adjusted here. Damn, gummit, forgot my coffee again.
Shit. Hello? Is anybody listening to me?
Is anybody out there?
Is anybody out there? What song is that?
Pink Floyd.
Yeah. Hello, hello, hello. Morning, need some advice. All right, Jeff, go ahead. Shoot, brother. Also, maybe contemplate life decisions. If you're turning to Still and Clear and I for life advice, probably distilling advice.
You've obviously you've probably exhausted all other options when you've ended here.
One song, Kevin, Joe, Terry. I was in a live last night with Terry for a while.
Oh yeah, awesome.
We were watching the we named the whiskey helmet that DRC custom made the Hurricane helmet.
The Hurricane helmet
Because it
got
like
the little
reverse. Like the liquid crashes down reverse off the coil.
I
like
see.
Little hurricane.
Little Hurricane, pretty clever
also,
name.
From Florida, you know, it's kind of
Right.
I feel like it's a nifty little
It's
name.
a pretty good name. I like it. Good morning, everybody. Work hard, play hard's in the house. Disney Up's in the house.
Scott.
Good to see y'all. So this is the Saturday version of the Rise and Shine that we do every morning for channel members. So for those of you that aren't channel members, we see you in here. We can tell who you are because you don't have the little badge next to your name. So welcome in. This is just something we do every morning, usually for 30-ish minutes. We just kind of shoot the shit, answer a few questions. Sometimes we talk a little shop and talk a little behind the scenes for Still in the Clear.
Scott gifted a membership.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you, sir. Good morning, Neil.
Who got it? Albacord.
Albacord.
I was a tuna guy. Big tuna fan.
Pretty excited about this being a Saturday.
Yeah.
It's the end of the week for us. It's
I will,
our Friday.
I will probably be going live on TikTok for a good little clip today while I pack some orders.
Dave's in the house. Good morning. My throat's itchy this
Dude,
morning.
mine's the same way. I couldn't get all that. I feel like I sucking on a mile-long cigarette last night for hours. I wasn't, but it feels that way.
All right. Yeah, so we've got some orders to catch up on. Today will be a good day for that.
Be knocking those out.
Running an apple brandy this fine day. That's awesome. Is this your stripping run or your spirit run? If I remember correctly, Dave, you usually do stripping and spirit runs. Jeffrey, yesterday I started your wheated bourbon. I feel like I cooked the corn a little too hot. It became very thick. After a little over an hour, burnt my drill. Used another, added malted grains. Yeah, I mean,
It's possible for sure. I mean, when you added the alpha, did it? I mean, were you getting some off like smells?
Yeah, it's pretty hard to like when you say overcook it, unless you like burned it or scorched it or something like that. A good gelatinization is critical to get a good conversion, and so. Yeah, it would be better to overcook it than to undercook it, is what I'm trying to say. Good morning, Ray. Good morning, Rick.
DRC put a interesting little mash bill. It was like 100 pounds ground corn,
Uh-huh.
16 pounds malted barley, 12 pounds malted white wheat, for a literal 50-gallon mash. So he has 65-gallon fermenters.
Yeah.
And he makes a true 50-gallon mash. And so he had, I don't know what that ended up being, 128 pounds of grain, 60-gallon of mash, or just a little bit over.
A little over 2 pounds per gallon. Basically a bourbon mash.
Yeah. Yeah, I was saying it was pretty similar to another one of the kits we have in terms of ratio.
Yeah. Sitting down south waiting on the river to go down. Yeah, the rivers and creeks and stuff around here are up pretty good right now too.
Put all that in fermenter, and after stirring an hour, then adding glucose and mixing again, it was super thick. Couldn't get a starting gravity because it was too thick. When you added the high temp alpha in, it didn't thin up? Become like water. Didn't Bruce Lee on you?
Mud Grips, good morning. Why is that not scrolling on its own?
Not holding your mouth right.
Story of my life.
It's because haven't gotten all the way down.
Oh. Yeah, that's been my MO. Last stripping run, then I plan on Spirit Run Tuesday. Never done a Brandy, so this may be a much,
maybe
too much distillation. We'll see.
I don't normally do double distillations on the Brandy in the sense that it's two separate runs. Now, sometimes we have done Brandies on thumper setups, right? And I guess that is technically a second distillation just in the same run, but I think it's fine. Normally it carries through a ton of nose and a ton of flavor, so I think you're going to be fine.
Yeah, Nicholas Toy asks, what is your opinion on furries? I have literally no opinion on furries.
Just, not for me.
Yeah, I've no.
I don't know. Also, I don't really understand exactly what all it is.
What all does that encompass?
I get the gist of it, right?
Yeah,
Dress up like some little furry animal.
Yeah.
And then go hang out with other little furry animals and do, I don't even know.
Furry stuff.
Some furry shit.
Yeah.
They're getting into.
Yeah.
That's the extent.
I'll finally be able to weed eat the yard. That's good. I guess you've been getting a lot of rain, been too wet.
The rain's been an issue. I was fortunate enough to be able to mow mine in between the tsunamis that we've had over here.
Dave says I may be screwed. I'm doing it on my thumper still. I don't think you'll be screwed. You'll just find out whether you like it this way or not. Ray thinks you could be a bear.
Dude, yeah. I like bears.
Anyone have any experience using air to churn boiler content for on grain or on fruit? I don't, but bringing it up, like asking the question like that reminds me of Stillwater's Joe Stillwater is a admin in the Moonshine for Beginners group, and he has a deal he rigged up that is a steamer. So he has his boiler pot, and off his boiler pot he has like a 1/2 inch or 3/4 inch pipe that goes down into his grain bed. His grain bed is dry. There's no water in it. And he steams all of the grain and just mashes his grain with steam. It's pretty freaking cool.
That's wild.
I've been wanting to build one for a long time to play with and just never have, but it's
the old steam steeper.
Yeah, it's pretty wild.
Dude, Mud Grips is having to buy a new mower. That's a bummer, but also kind of not. Like, you hate to spend money on something like that, but when you do, it's like, oh man, new mower. This is
a nice mower.
A lot wetter than what I was doing before.
This thing starts every time.
Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah, I really do not enjoy screwing with small engine problems.
I've moved over
weed
to
eaters, chainsaws, lawnmowers, generators. Like
I've moved over to the electric side of all that.
yeah,
All my stuff's battery powered. I don't have a huge yard, so it's not that bad to push mow. Got on a still electric push mower.
mm-hmm.
Really like the thing. You have to have 2 batteries though. Comes with one. You should just buy the second one immediately.
Yeah.
I mean, my yard's not that big, and I can't mow it all in one battery.
Yeah.
I was out there the other night mowing with a flashlight because my battery died. I had to go charge it.
Yeah.
Cook dinner while it was charging. Got back out there. It was like 9:30, 10. I'm out there with a damn flashlight. I see my neighbor peeking through her back glass. She's kind of an older lady, very nice. And I talked to her the next day. I'm like, hey, I hope I didn't scare you last night.
Yeah.
She's like, no, I saw what you were doing. I turned my back light on for you. Another troll bit the dust. I didn't even see what happened. Some of the admins were on that quickly.
It was probably the furry bit, I'm guessing.
Oh. Thought that was a legitimate question.
I mean, it is. It's just probably the wrong channel to be asking that
Just a
question.
beautiful idiot, I guess. Electric ain't cutting 10. You ain't wrong, brother. Yeah. 10's too much for that kind of a setup. Right now. Now, I do think they are making some like $15,000, $16,000, $20,000 riding mowers that are like electric, but I saw Ego had one.
Tesla probably built one, huh?
That'd be sick, dude. If I had the money laying around, if I had the extra.
Sounds like something they would build just for fun. Like got
a home charger in my garage for my mower.
Yeah, like didn't they do like an electric 4-wheeler or something like that also?
They did. There was some kind of like amphibious vehicle they were working on.
Yeah. Tribble from Star Trek, maybe. Could have been. Could have been.
We got the Jasons in the house.
Hubbard and Acosta.
We're on live again with DRC. I was in there. He was like, kind of picking his brain about this and that. And he was working on Lin Arm and Mason jar thumpers and all that. And he got the whiskey helmet. It's actually really cool. You shine a light in there, and it's like really cool to watch. It's going to be a really cool drip cam type thing.
Yeah.
Depending on how we can get it set up, whatever the best way is. But someone was like, you should put a side glass in the top of it on a ferrule that makes it flush. And I was like, dude, you have done like way too much already. Like, I feel like at some point this is just going to be like the Sistine Chapel that we're
right.
Dude, Winsong's on top of people this morning.
She usually is.
I like it. I saw him running the helmet yesterday. Yeah, he put it on. He put it on a different sight glass column, and whatever that big pot he has is pretty nifty too. I don't know if he built that. It's kind of like a giant milk jug, honestly. The way it looks, like this huge.
Yeah,
looks like a 25, 30-gallon milk jug. Never seen one that big, really. Could have just been a stainless pot that he fabbed up. I don't know.
Bourbon Tribe is asking about how much power you need. Can run 2 plates, but can't get to 3. I'm not really the guy with the answer for that question because I don't run plates. I have actually never run bubble plates. I'm sure I will in the future, but there may be some guys in here running bubble plates that can help you out with that. But my suspicion is the more bubble plates you add, the tougher it is to get them loaded correctly.
20. Terry said he was running a 26-gallon from Mile High. Yeah. I never heard him say that, but I definitely could see that just based off of what it was. It was pretty nuts. Also, I don't know how you would fab up a milk jug. It seems like it'd be very difficult to make in a machine shop.
Like the stainless?
Yeah.
I mean, I bet if you're a real machinist, it isn't a problem. It isn't a big problem.
Oh.
I mean, I think What do you mean? Like DRC's a machinist. He could do it. Right?
I think you could. Yeah, I think you could figure it out.
Yeah, I have no doubt.
I'm just saying it's super interesting because they're like the top's all beveled and
Flared.
Yeah, it's all flared out.
Let's see. There was a Brandy question. Do you like a Liebig or a thumper when running Brandy? So, for Brandy, so far, the ones we've done with the thumper have turned out pretty good.
Yeah.
I've liked them. And of course, you can run them either way. You can not have a thumper and just run a Liebig, or you can run the thumper with the coil. But
they turn out great on smaller systems. Good. You know, like the Olympics do really good with the Brandy. Also, yeah, the ones we've run with a thumper have turned out pretty awesome too.
Yeah,
something about a Brandy just carries a lot of smell through, a lot of taste carry over if you're not running them up really high. So I say it all the time. A lot of people on the channel already know I love running Brandy.
Mm-hmm.
Run a double thumper with mason jars using the second to infuse. Yeah.
You can use a stainless milk jug, add a tri-clamp fitting for the element, and add one to the top for the column. Yeah, but I don't know why you wouldn't.
Have you ever seen DRC's water reservoir?
No, but I imagine he's got a pretty big one.
Yeah, he's got a huge one, and he adds 5-gallon buckets of frozen, 5-gallon buckets of ice. Like he just freezes 5-gallon buckets. That's what he uses for his his ice. Just like,
well, he does 50-gallon runs, right?
Yeah,
the steel he uses is a 50.
Sometimes, yeah. Well, he was using it was a 26-gallon Mile High last night, but that's the smallest one I've seen him run. I'm sure he runs some of his subs and stuff every once in a while.
Yeah,
he's got a lot of barrels put back.
Yeah, I think someday we're going to build. There's this DIY project that you can do where you take a window unit and take the cowling apart.
Yeah,
and take the coil and bend it down where it sits in the water and just turn it on, and it just keeps the water cold. It's like a water chiller.
Yeah,
which seems like a pretty fun project. If I can. If I could afford to just buy a window unit to cannibalize.
I've got a window unit in my garage that we can do that with. I didn't use
Mama won't mind cannibalizing. It'll no longer be good as a window unit.
We bought the house. It was in the house when we bought it. I have central heat and air. I don't use it. I took it out, put it in my garage.
Well, that'd be cool. We could probably make it.
Dude, we got all kinds of little stuff
for that little reservoir
in my garage. You got that mini fridge, that cool looking mini fridge that we got to turn into a little kegerator.
Yeah.
We should have a full day of just like SCR controller, mini fridge.
I mean, that
redneck water chiller. We should just film all three of those in one day and just get them out of the way.
I love that idea. We should absolutely do that.
Yeah.
The problem is parts.
Yeah, for sure.
Like we're going to have to make 50 runs to the hardware store.
I think we have everything for the kegerator here.
I would be shocked if we don't have to go pick up this fitting or that fitting or this nipple or that nipple or this or this size tubing, or I would be shocked.
I think we got it all. I don't know.
Well, then we should definitely do it.
Yeah.
We should definitely do it, and then we should take one of those 15-gallon fermenters, do a full dill of beer so that we can put it in the keg. Does it fit a full 15.5 keg, or would it be like the 5-gallon kegs?
I think you could get a 15.5 in there. I'm trying to think if you got enough room at the bottom. It'd be the only part that hems you up. I think it kind of comes out in shelves at the bottom. Like I know you can fit the 5th barrels in there, but I don't know.
Well, yeah, we'll just find out which ones we can fit, and we'll make.
I think you can put 2 of those in there. What's nice about it too, it's got that shelf in the back, so you can set your CO2 on it,
right,
and keep it inside as well. But I think you could put 2 of the 2 of the half barrels, and then I don't know. You may be able to get a full one in there. I bet we'll find out.
I exchanged my Beaver thumper out to the glass jars. Doesn't make a difference either way. I just enjoy watching the action in the jars. Ain't nothing wrong with that.
I think it's a cool visual.
I took an old ice machine that was given to me and cooled down a barrel in large cooler.
I do think, though, I will say with the jars, the aspect of having different containers that you can infuse, like we talked about it a little bit in the live last night. If you have 3 jars in a line and you have like a cherry or a cinnamon or something that has a little bit stronger flavor, you can run it through that first thumper distillation,
right,
and kind of strip a little bit of that out of there that you put in through the other 2 flavors.
Right.
So I do like that aspect of it, of with the jars. It feels like you can 2 or 3, especially if you have a bypass and you can kind of shut those off and change them out during the run. I think that's really cool.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think that the DRC setup that's coming, I think they just they drop right off the lin arm. So I don't think there's any kind of a bypass. But I bet you could pretty easily add one.
Yeah, but you could, because it's all, dry
clamps.
Yeah. You could certainly add a bypass. Forgot to drain my worm one night over the winter, and it was frozen solid the next day. Made some awesome liquor that run. Yeah, that's one idea. You could just intentionally freeze your worm while it's full of water, and then it's just a solid block of ice that melts during the run.
Yeah, why are you guys doing that?
Probably a little bit risky of busting the copper or something. But you could, if you had like maybe a 5-gallon plastic 5-gallon bucket worm, that might not be so risky. Or like a wooden barrel worm.
You just drop your worm down in a.
I got to see if you can use a brew jacket to control water temperature. Yeah. Cyrus, you need to back up from the camera a little bit so we can see you.
Huh?
How's that?
Huh? Stack silver shines. Stack golden honey. Collector Rick, how is the silver and gold market? Can we get a little
Let's get
economics
an update.
report?
Little update on gold and silver.
Start doing a financial segment with Rick.
Precious metal segment.
Precious metals and commodities. Just
LOL, beautiful, she says.
She says you're beautiful.
Thank you, baby. Thank you.
I looked into using a motorcycle radiator, a fan to cool off my water. Yeah, no, there's a ton of different interesting ways to cool off reservoirs. I come across them pretty consistently on TikTok. Someone will be running, and I'm always like, "What's that reservoir?
What are you doing?
What do you got over there? What do you got going on, bud?" 3,200 a gram, 3,250 for silver. Silver's hanging out right there in the. I don't know. That's crazy though, because I was able to buy like $27, $28 like less than a year ago. So it is just kind of continuing to.
Yeah.
Until it's not, right?
Yeah, until it kind of comes back down and then it'll go back up.
I think if your plan is just to hold it forever, you're good.
Yeah, because it does follow inflation.
Yeah.
So the value of it goes up with inflation.
Scott says Buffalo Trace is flooded. Kind of sad. Yeah, I've been seeing those videos. It sucks. I'm sure they have insurance, but there's a lot of people that work over there, and
going to be some whiskey shortages.
Yeah, and there was already Buffalo Trace was already getting scared, and I like it. I get the hype. Buffalo Trace is the one, where I'm like, yeah, I get it. This is good. It's also cheap. Like you can buy it for $20, $25, so they don't jack the prices up. It's not like Blanton's. Careful Cross, some of these other ones, some of this allocated stuff. And I get it. Like Blanton's, I've had Blanton's several times. I used to be like, oh, Blanton's, and I would get bottles when I could. I don't get the hype anymore. It's very average to me. Buffalo Trace, though, pretty good.
Yeah, someone was asking what's the difference between the blue and the green names. The green names are channel members. The blue names are admins. And then the gray names are just people watching. They're not channel members. They might be subscribers. Are you gentlemen open today? I was going to call in about controllers after a bit. Yeah, for sure, Whiskey Rebel. We're here. We're open. Give us a call. You have the shop number? I assume you do. You're saying you're going to call. I think we gave it out the other night, Thursday night. So
we gave it out.
Yeah, give us a call, man. I would love to talk to you about controllers.
I got to look at the shipping for that 5-gallon Olympic for that guy. I never did that. Completely forgot about it.
Yeah, we're pretty good at that.
Yep.
Forgetting. We're pretty good at forgetting. Time to cap the still. About to start running.
Oh, shit. How do you become a member?
Terry, if you...
First off, are you on an iPhone or an iPad or any kind of Apple device? Because if you are, you got to go to a YouTube browser, log into your YouTube, or you got to, go to like Google Chrome, Safari, whatever. Log in to YouTube with your login, and then go to the Distilling Clear channel where we're at now, and there's a join button.
Right next to where you would normally see the subscribe button, there'll be a join button.
But if you're not on one of those devices, you can just go right there right now.
Terry says yes on an Apple device. So it's a little trickier if you're on an Apple device. You just can't do it from the YouTube app.
Yeah.
Phone app. You got to go to a browser and log in on a browser. Yeah. That's the only difference.
Some kind of skirmish between Apple and YouTube.
Or dollar button. Oh, okay. I didn't know about that, Rick.
Mike did die.
Time to get these charged back up. I didn't realize they were almost dead.
Yeah, this little fella died.
Bullethead James says only 7 likes. Come on, people. Bullethead is always on the likes, always pushing us to help get the live stream out there into the ether better. Thank you, sir.
Hey, will you switch your mic over to the other side of your hat?
I will. That might help.
Is yours dead too?
Oh shit! No. Mine died too. Or it's about to die.
Just take the thing out.
All right, we'll do it this way. Oh, how's that? How's that?
Let us know if you guys can hear us now. Both the mics just died. Zach sounds like he's in a hallway.
Yeah, so we're on the phone mic. We're on the phone mic now because our external mics are dying. We didn't realize it.
They died.
Working on a 1.5-inch deflagmator. Hell yeah. Ray says I can still hear you. Good.
Nice.
Turn the volume back up. Yeah. The volume's up on the phone. This is the phone microphone that doesn't work as well.
We'll just get a little louder. But yeah, fair warning, going to be on the ABV Guy TikTok throughout the day today, packing orders, hanging out.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, what do you do? Whiskey, are you at work? Are you walking through a Walmart? This guy's stealing. Turned up my phone and Zach yells.
People outside your shop are going to think you're fighting with all the yelling at the phone. I mean,
I often wonder, what do other people in the community out here think of us?
Like, what do they think we got going on over here?
I don't know.
Bullet head.
I got 2 weeks at my current place. You think I can smash off a brew in that time? Yeah. Yeah, I think you can.
I think if you're getting close, you can pitch some turbo yeast or something into it and move things along. Yeah, Jason, up over like coming up on 9,200, so picked up like 60 yesterday. I just got to go live more. If I would go live for like an hour a day, it would be done in like a couple weeks. We've been busy. I've been slacking. I'll take some responsibility. I don't post. I looked for a video. I was looking for a sound yesterday on TikTok to post something, and I just found nothing that I was interested in. So whenever that happens, I don't force it. I don't post a video every day on there, which would help also because the last ones seem to do a few thousand kind of each time I put one up, and I don't know. I'm probably just not doing a good job. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, it's just a matter of just time and doing it more. That's all. It's a pretty simple formula.
We're gonna make up for it today, though. I'll be live for a couple hours today.
It's your beginner's recipe, actually, Cyrus. I've converted it to metric and rounded. Yeah, that recipe.
Such a good name too. Off-brand Pringles.
Yeah.
Great name.
That recipe ferments pretty quickly, so you shouldn't have any problem in 2 weeks, as long as your temperatures, your ambient temperatures are up. If wherever it is you live, you're in a cold season, it might not get done in 2 weeks if your temperatures are cold.
Scott, for you, brother, if you throw an order in today, yes, I will get it out for you today. Got my word on that.
Yeah, so for those of you that are in here and don't know, this is the morning Rise and Shine. On Saturdays, we go open to the public. Monday through Friday, it is members only. If you would like to join the channel and become a member, you get some extra content. You get some behind the scenes knowledge. You get some extra goodies, and it's $1.99 per month to sign up if you're interested. And so you can just go to the Still in the Cleared page, click the join button, or down below this video, click the join button. If you're on an Apple product, you have to exit the YouTube app and go to YouTube on a browser to see it.
Kevin, I'll probably start it at 10. I'm going to take care of some other things first thing this morning, and then I'm going to start packing orders at 10. That'll give us enough time to print off a bunch of shipping labels and take care of some other little odds and ends. So we'll probably start. I'm going to shoot for starting the live at 10.
Nice. Thank you, Off-Brand Pringles. Appreciate that.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well worth it for $2 less than a cup of coffee a day. Yeah, it's $2 a month too. Yeah, so we try to make them. I think when we kind of originally were setting those up, tried to just throw something out there. It was pretty minuscule that everyone, no matter if you didn't have any money or Collector Rick's silver and gold stash, you could afford it.
$1.99 a month is. I mean, you can set that like it's automatic, and you can forget it's even there.
Yeah,
like it won't even hurt your account. Anyway, we're going to jump off here and get to work, guys. Thanks for hanging out with us again this morning. We will see you again Monday morning.
Later, dudes. See you on the live.